a quiet suburban neighborhood, there stood a charming two-story house that I shared with my younger brother. My brother occupied the lower floor while I claimed the upper level as my own. Despite being in my early 30s, I often found myself alone, as my brother frequently spent his time at his friend's house. On a particular evening, I was nestled in the spacious living room, engrossed in a thrilling suspense movie. The open layout of the living space made watching such films alone a bit unsettling, especially when I had my back exposed to a significant portion of the room. The dim glow of the TV cast eerie shadows, and I couldn't help but glance over my shoulder repeatedly, more often than I'd care to admit. Once the movie ended, I decided it was time to call it a night. I ventured into the hallway to switch off the lights, casting the upper floor into darkness. I was 2 hours into my peaceful slumber when I was abruptly woken at 1 a.m. by a faint, unfamiliar voice echoing from downstairs. The voice had a striking resemblance to my brother's, but it was strange because he was supposed to be at his friend's place on the other side of town. Still groggy and bewildered, I tiptoed down the dark hallway toward the kitchen, where the voice continued, now calling out my name. My brother's absence puzzled me, and when I flicked on the kitchen light, no one was there. A sense of unease gnawed at my mind as I ventured into my brother's empty room. Just as I was about to dismiss the incident as a trick of my tired mind, a mysterious sound caught my attention. It was a soft whisper, barely audible, coming from the corner of the room. Startled, I hurried back to my room, clutching my phone. I tried to call my brother to make sense of the situation, but my calls went unanswered. Locked in my room, I couldn't shake the eerie feeling that something inexplicable had occurred. I had never experienced hallucinations or sleep disturbances before, which left me deeply perturbed by the vividness of the strange encounter. The unsettling sensation lingered, casting a long shadow over the rest of that restless night. As the days went by, I couldn't shake the unsettling memory of that strange night. My brother returned home, completely unaware of the incident, and life seemed to return to normal. Still, a lingering sense of unease accompanied me, like a shadow I couldn't escape. I couldn't help but wonder if there was something more to that night. Was it just a trick of my mind? A vivid dream that had felt all too real? Or was there something else at play? I decided to dig deeper, to unravel the mystery that had haunted me. Late one afternoon, as I was perusing the local library for answers, I stumbled upon a book about paranormal encounters in the area. The chilling stories described strange voices, mysterious whispers, and inexplicable occurrences in houses just like mine. They left me with a shiver down my spine. I was not alone in my experience. I decided to reach out to some neighbors, and to my astonishment, a few of them had their own eerie tales to share. They described faint voices in the night, shadowy figures, and unexplained phenomena. It seemed that our tranquil neighborhood held more secrets than met the eye. Determined to uncover the truth, I delved into research about the history of our house and the land it stood on. As I combed through archives, I stumbled upon a series of unsettling events that dated back decades. There had been a tragic fire that had claimed the lives of a family that once lived on the same plot of land. Could the whispers and eerie voices be the echoes of the past, trapped in the very walls of my home? I couldn't be sure, but it was a theory that haunted my thoughts. As days turned into weeks, I sought out the services of a local paranormal investigator. Together, we conducted a thorough investigation of the house, using equipment to detect any unusual activity. The results were inconclusive, but the investigator couldn't deny the heavy atmosphere that seemed to hang in the air. There was an undeniable feeling that something beyond our understanding resided within the house. In the end, I had no choice but to learn to coexist with the unexplained. My brother and I continued to live in the charming two-story house, but it was no longer just a home. It was a place where the past and present intertwined, a place where we shared our lives with mysterious echoes that refused to fade. The nights were still restless, and the shadows still danced, but I couldn't help but wonder if the spirits of the past were trying to communicate something that remained just beyond my grasp.
We hope you enjoyed those spine-tingling tales as much as we did. If you're still feeling a little spooked, don't worry, you're not alone. But before we say goodbye, we have a few things to ask of you. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you found these stories as chilling as we did. It really helps our channel. Subscribe and turn on notifications if you haven't already. There are plenty more eerie adventures waiting for you right here, so you don't want to miss out. Share this video with your friends and fellow thrill seekers. After all, spooky stories are best enjoyed with company, right? That's a wrap for today, but stay tuned for more bone-chilling content in the future. Until next time, remember to keep your flashlight handy, your wits about you, and always be ready for the unexpected. Thanks for joining us on this haunting journey. Take care and may your nights be eerily entertaining. See you in the next video.